You're with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
Let's walk the talk. Streaming on the Prime Media Plus app.
DSTV channel 856.
92.7 and 106 FM.
Minutes after 9 o'clock. Dumelang. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Clement Manyathela Show. How was your week? How has it been? Mine has been quite hectic. It's been quite hectic. I'm so glad it's a Friday. And my friend, the fact that you're still here, you're chilling with me right now and you're breathing is proof that you have survived the week. So let's start with the 702 open line, shall we? What are you grateful for this week? We do this every single Friday. We call this Gratitude Friday. This is where you can, you take the opportunity to show and express gratitude, because it's important for us to express gratitude. We have to cultivate the spirit of gratitude. There's a whole lot of things that are not going right in our lives, and we need to learn to appreciate, whether it's the small wins or the big things. We have to be able to appreciate them. So, what is it that you are grateful for this week? What happened this week that put a smile on your face and reminded you how blessed you are? 011-883-0702. WhatsApps 0727021702. What do you think of the plea deals that the NPA has been getting into of late with criminals? The latest one involves Steinhoff's former executive Hein Odendaal, who pleaded guilty to failing to report fraud. And as a result, he's going to avoid 4 years in jail if he pays a 2 million rand fine and doesn't reoffend. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have enough money, you can pay yourself out of jail. Isn't this the message being sent out? This former Steinhoff executive was found guilty of fraud. That's a serious crime. He failed to report fraud, which led to false and misleading audited financial statements. That's a serious crime. He had an additional 2 years imprisonment, which were wholly suspended. He will be subjected to his 1 year of correctional supervision. I worry about the message being sent out through these cases. Remember Angelo Agrizzi as well? The former Bosasa executive? He entered into a plea deal, pleaded guilty to 3 counts of corruption, avoided jail. We're talking here about corruption related to about 1.8 billion rand on tenders that Bosasa won from the Correctional Services Department. What message does this send out? And yes, I get it. Part of the agreement is for him to testify against his co-accused. But surely you can structure the agreement in such a way that the person still testifies against their co-accused, but also you reduce their sentence. Why can't these agreements be structured like that? Oh, wait, they actually have been structured like that when it comes to other criminals. Remember Vincent Smith? We spoke about him 2 weeks ago. The former ANC MP. He also pleaded guilty. He entered into a plea agreement. But he still went to jail. He is going to be there for 7 years. Remember Chifiwa Matodzi? The former chairperson and kingpin behind the collapse of the VBS Mutual Bank. He also entered into a plea and sentence agreement with the NPA. He pleaded guilty to 33 counts of corruption, theft, fraud, money laundering, racketeering. And although the he was sentenced to a total of 495 years in prison. The plea agreement resulted in an effective 15-year jail sentence, as many of the sentences run concurrently. The point I'm making here is there are instances where you can still get someone to serve some time in jail because that consequence management is important. But then you just reduce their sentence from 20 years to maybe 15 or 10 or 5. But there's got to be consequences. Isn't that a more balanced approach? And you don't want a situation where people will think, oh, it's got to do with the color of their skin. You don't want that. In fact, someone, while I was speaking to the head of the NPA last night, sent a tweet to ask, why does it look like it's black people who enter a plea deal, but they still go to jail, and there are other white people who enter a plea deal, but they do not wear orange overalls? You don't want a scenario, and I'm not suggesting that's the case, because in fact, there are other people like, who's that guy, Van Tonder, who was the former VBS CFO? You know? Wait, Van Tonder was Bosasa. Yeah, Van Tonder. Wasn't Van Tonder Bosasa? Let's see. Van Tonder. Was it VBS or Bosasa? Oh, okay. Oh, there's different. I think there was a Van Tonder at Bosasa, but there's also a Van Tonder at VBS. So the Van Tonder from VBS was actually a CFO. And he entered into a plea deal, and I think he ended up serving about 3 or 4 years, if I'm not mistaken. But at least you see, that is also more balanced. You don't want to create an impression that the rich can pay themselves out of jail. I actually put this question to the head of the NPA, Advocate Ndimo TV. I spoke to him on the SABC last night, and this is how he responded to the question. There are some South Africans who look at this and think, so people who've got money can easily escape accountability in a sense because they can avoid going to jail. And I know there are some people who are former employees of Steinhoff who have been sent directly to jail. But are you not worried that there's an impression created here that people can enter into plea deals and avoid jail and just pay their way out of jail, so to speak?
Right. Clement, I think you've really hit the nail on the head in terms of some of the public perceptions. If we have issued a statement this evening, and amongst others, we are saying, we take these cases very serious. As we reported this morning, we actually said, most of the corruption cases, right, you find that there are enablers. And in our statement, we have said accountants, and others, right? This person, as I understand from my colleagues, this person was in the audit space, right? And he failed to report matters, right? That is a very serious, indictment on his part. It is expected, from auditors. We've seen it. We've seen it in the Zondo investigation and some of the investigations that SIU has done. We've seen that these enablers really facilitate. So from that point of view, these matters should be dealt with very, very seriously. Now, having said that, we are saying in the statement as well that each case is dealt with on its own merit, right? So in this case, the prosecution team at the director of public prosecution level in the Gauteng North are the one who were handling that, right? So they would have engaged with the accused team and look at the circumstances of the case and deemed it appropriate to accept the plea. And remember factors that are looked into account. One of them, of course, is public interest, whether it's in the public interest. Of course, the public can view it differently. But you know what? I think this is an area which requires attention, right? Given the perception, the unintended consequence that it results into. We had a matter that was reported, I think, last week or so, of the former parliamentarian, Vincent Smith. It was also a plea,
But at least he's going to jail for a bit.
There we go. You see, as I say, each case dealt with on its own merit. That one had its own merits, and he ended up in jail. This one had its own merit. By the way, the 2 million, it's 2 million or 4 years, if I understand.
Yes.
Yeah. So if he doesn't pay, he goes 4 years.
So that's what the head of the NPA said. If he doesn't pay 2 million, he goes to jail for 4 years. I mean, come on. An auditor who's been around for many years, of course they'll find 2 million rand to stay out of jail. My worry is, if I have enough money, I can just look the other side. And whenever I get arrested, I get into a plea deal. I plead guilty and I offer to pay 2 million rand. You don't want to create an impression like that. There must still be consequences. When people have been found guilty of serious crimes, there must be very severe consequences, and that includes them spending a couple of years in jail.
Clement Manyathela, streaming on the Prime Media Plus app.
DSTV channel 856
92.7
and 106 FM.
Good morning, Clement Manyathela. So today's my mother's birthday, and I'm so grateful, Clement. Like, I am so grateful for this woman. I don't even know how to express my gratitude towards my mother for all that she has done for all 7 of us. So I am just so grateful. I'm happy that she's still with us. 2 years ago, she was so sick that, it was touch and go, but with God's grace, she's still here. We are celebrating her life. So I am so grateful. I am so grateful.
Good morning, Clement and listeners. I want to say thank you this morning. I have so much gratitude for my sister, for my family as a whole. They always look out for one another. My sister, out of the blue, blessed me this week, and I've been praying and saying, God, how am I going to get through this month? But wow, she just called me and said, I'm going to deposit some money in your account without having to ask her. I'm so grateful, and I'm praying that God bless her. Thank you, Clement, for this wonderful show. I pray that you also be blessed, and thank you for reminding us how to be grateful for the small things, for the big things. Have a wonderful Friday.
Your voice,
Your station.
your open line
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela.
on 702.
Morning, Clement. Yeah, this sends a very bad message, and the conspiracy theories who say justice system is for the rich. I mean, we recently had a pharmacist who defrauded James Medical Aid of 93,000, and he was given 10 years direct imprisonment. This guy, for his crimes, is fined 2 million and coupled with a wholly suspended sentence. Yeah, it doesn't send a very good message. Bupilo here from Benoni.
Yes, Clement, morning. You're absolutely right, because and this is where we need full statements, even from the SIU, because if this guy is a CFO, I mean, how much did he accumulate over the years, as you correctly say? If this guy was there for 10, 15 years, he probably made well over 200 million. And now he's going to pay, it would be 1% of what he has benefited from as a slap on the wrist. So this is where we also need to understand it. SIU recover any illicit funds because I mean, it was complete dereliction of duty. He's not supposed to get any pension or keep any of the bonuses and everything that he might have been rewarded with over the years, because of this absolute corruption where people lost their pensions. And this is what we need to understand from these sentences. So yes, did the SIU seize his assets? What is the fine? And there probably needs to be at least that minimum 3-year jail sentence. Otherwise, we're not going to win this battle. Banyan Park Punjab.
Hi, Clement. I don't know if this guy is an auditor and he was accepted to uphold certain oath, certain rules of his profession, like accountants would, as well as auditors would, having licenses to operate as one. Was his license revoked because he failed to report fraud that was happening even when he was auditing? I don't know if he's not going to go to jail, then he must not continue as an auditor. His license must be revoked. I don't know if I hit the head on the nail.
Yeah, I don't know what the process is. Maybe we'll find out from an organization that regulates auditors whether there are consequences to that effect. I suspect there will be, but the point here is there are people who see fraud happen. In fact, they help facilitate that fraud because you know about it and you're keeping quiet. And in this case, this is the man who was one of the auditors for Steinhoff. What did he do when he realized that there is fraud that's taking place? He failed to report it. What did that lead to? It led to false and misleading audited financial statements, which led to billions being lost. That is quite serious. And to give an option of 4 years or 2 million rand, I don't know. I just don't think it sends the right message. And we've spoken about this many, many times, even when the VBS guys were entering into plea deals and they spend 3 years in jail, then they're out. It's 26 after 9.
Your voice,
Your station.
your open line
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela.
on 702.
9:32, back to your calls on 011-883-0702. Lucky, you're calling from Kempton Park. Good morning. What are you grateful for?
Good morning, Mr. Clement. I'm grateful for the service that I got from Ekurhuleni of all the places, Ekurhuleni Traffic Department.
What happened?
Yesterday I was renewing my license. It's kind of expired. I popped in, my appointment was at 8:40. I popped in at 8:20. They gladly assisted me. But done in less than 20 minutes, I was done.
Wow.
What I picked, they have got nice ladies with a customer-centric behavior.
Is that why you loved the service, Lucky? Because they have nice ladies there.
On a lighter note,
I know.
the only one thing that I observed is the guys there, they aren't handsome at all.
No, Lucky, thank you for calling about that, because we often make noise about when service is not being rendered well, when we are queuing for too long. So we need to be fair. So when we see some good services at traffic departments or at public hospitals or these public institutions, we need to be consistent and say, this is how we become fair. We must report it and say, oh, this is the good experience I got, and not only complain. So thank you for that. Kudos to the licensing department in Tembisa. Kudos to you. We must all give you raises. Yeah? Especially the beautiful ladies there. Jimmy, you're calling from Pretoria. Good morning. Hey, Jimmy.
Hi, good morning. Is that Clement?
Yes, it is. Go ahead.
Yeah, Clement. Yeah, I'd like to comment about the topic about corruption and people stealing money, etc. It's just a pity that the people in top positions like Zuma, for example, is a typical example that this man, there's so many cases against him, but he doesn't go to jail. He's still enjoying his freedom and all the money that he stole from the government, as well as the state capture nonsense. I mean, there's a lot of projects that the people start in those projects, and they never finish, and they run away with the money. There's a typical example here in Linwood Road in Pretoria. I mean, I don't know if you're aware that they started the implementation of widening the road and all that, and it just stopped. And another typical example as well is in George, in the Western Cape. If you come out of the airport and towards Knysna, there's a bridge there that it was started by a state capture company, and they haven't finished it in 11 years. I mean, they take the money, they run away with the money, and nothing happens. I mean, only the small fry go to jail, but the big people with big connections, they don't go to jail. What I would like to say about all this, I just hope that Donald Trump comes and do what he did in other countries in South Africa. I just hope he does that, because it's only thugs and crooks in the government that are stealing, and they don't care about anything. So I just hope Trump comes to South Africa.
Jimmy, can I ask you one question?
Yes.
During the apartheid era, before 1990, would you still call Trump to come and deal with those crooks, those immoral people in that ruthless system? You would?
Definitely. The white oppressors should have been taken to book as well.
How would you have liked that? What they must? They should have abducted the leader. Like Trump must come abduct the president now, or invade?
Yes, he should. Not only the president, everybody that is that is in his cabinet, that are all a bunch of crooks.
Just take them to the U.S.
Well, they should go and get tried in a court of law.
Where?
Where in America, in Russia, in somewhere.
Which law allows for that?
Sorry?
Which law allows for people who have made crimes in South Africa to go and be tried in a separate jurisdiction in America?
But why not? I mean, there is an international court of law as well that permits that. I mean, people can't just go and do genocide, for example, and get away with it without the rest of the world being caring about it. I'm so glad that Trump went into Venezuela, because that guy was oppressing the people in such a way. I think what Trump did is right, what he did, as well as the other countries that he's attacking now. Those people are oppressors. They're oppressing their own people. I mean, it's ridiculous what's going on. So I respect Trump, because he's a man with guts, and he's a man that decided to do something about it. While Biden, what did he do? He did nothing, He just let the world go by, doing whatever they were doing, right or wrong, and he couldn't care a damn, So I think Trump should come to South Africa, and not only to South Africa, other countries that are taking advantage of the poor individuals and the poor people of the country. They should be brought to book, because South Africa does not belong to Zuma, doesn't belong to anybody but to the people of the country. So therefore, he should come to South Africa. This is ridiculous what's going on in this country. I was always against apartheid, but this now is not better. It's not better. This is ridiculous.
Oh, okay, Jimmy.
If there's a war in South Africa, do you know that there's not even a fighter plane that is working? There's no helicopters. Everything is broken.
Well, that will be good for your friend Trump, right? Because it will make his job easy.
Yes.
All right, Jimmy in Pretoria, let me thank you, my friend. Thank you so much for calling. President Trump, you've been called to South African shores to do what you've done in Venezuela and where else? In Iran. It's 22 before 10.
Good morning, Clement. Regarding the Steinhoff auditor, yeah, we might say maybe because he didn't do prison time, but his life will forever be changed. First of all, I assume that he's a chartered accountant, so SAICA has already taken that title off, and he's blacklisted, so he will never be able to work in the financial services industry, unless maybe he has some sort of business or whatever he has going on. But his life will never be the same. And guys, 2 million is not chump change.
Clement, good morning, and 702 listeners. Clement, on this issue of SIU or NPA of the plea, I have my cousin with his two colleagues. They work for a certain municipality. They used to raise rent for people. Then two of them went to plea. They were sentenced to 2 years. Then my cousin never went a plea. Then fast forward, when they come back from jail, that's when she went for plea, and she didn't went to jail like others. Thanks, Clement Anonymous from somewhere in South Africa. Thanks for a good show. Clement, good morning, and 702 listeners. Clement, on this issue of SIU or NPA of the plea, I have my cousin with his two colleagues. They work for a certain municipality.
Hello, Clement. I hope everyone is doing well. Today I'm grateful that I broke my 10-kilometer PB. I went from 1 hour, 1 minute to 52 minutes. So
wow.
I'm really grateful. It's a good day.
That's pretty.
Thanks.
That is pretty dope. From 1 hour, 1 minute, 10 kilometers to 52 minutes. My goodness, that is quite fast. Where did you break your PB? Is it at the very same route you run at, or is it in different terrain? Because of course, when you're running in, for instance, Cape Town, it's much easier to get a PB there, because of the other dynamics there. I'm interested, but well done. That's pretty dope. From 1 hour, 1 or 2 minutes to about 52 minutes. That's amazing, bro. Congratulations. It's 19 minutes now, before 10 o'clock.
Your voice.
Your station.
Your open line.
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
Are you one of those people who blow their own horn? Or do you know people who like to do that? I mean, there are some things that you must get people to say about you and not say that about yourself. Melania Trump was speaking yesterday at the Women's History Month celebrations at the White House, and she showered herself with praise.
Overnight, but rather take shape after a long and sometimes challenging process. Often alone at the top, I follow my passion, listen to my instinct, and always maintain a laser focus. In solitude, my creative mind dances, filling my imagination with originality. Attention to detail, demanding schedules, and multitasking are everyday realities when building towards success. The principle resonates across all my roles as a mother, humanitarian, philanthropist, and entrepreneur. As well as with my new film, where I shaped its creative direction, served as a producer, managed post-production, and activated the marketing campaign. Curiosity is a core value that keeps me ahead of the curve. Curiosity begets knowledge, opening doors to ideas and industry that I have otherwise overlooked. This unrestricted mindset has led me to build across very different sectors: fashion, digital assets, publishing, accessories, skincare, commercial television, and of course, filmmaking.
Yeah, often alone at the top. Which top? Yeah, I got it, guys, but I'm ahead of the curve. Which curve? I don't know. But you know when you are going to be a speaker somewhere and they do like a whole profile, I'm often very uncomfortable about that. Like, there are people who actually are good to just sit there and listen to someone say, this person is an amazing architect, having studied this and gotten this. He has led the charts, with this. I don't know. And some people are comfortable with that. But to say it yourself, can somebody else at least say it? I'm very uncomfortable with that. If it's going to be even said before I'm going to start work as an MC or I'm speaking somewhere, I'm very uncomfortable. Like, just get there. Just say my name and surname. That's it. And let me do the work. But some people want to be the ones that say it themselves. I mean, much like Trump. I mean, how many times has the US president praised himself, eh?
In 50 years, a president that's won, even a popular president, somebody that's done well. I'm popular and I've done well. I mean, I think we have the greatest economy actually ever in history. We broke 50 and we broke 7,000. They said I wouldn't do that for 4 years, and I did it in 1 year. We have to get the word out, okay? If we can get the word out, we should.
He even said, oh, man, you've got to love the Trumps. Kanye West also likes blowing his own horn.
But we culture. Rap the new rock and roll. We culture. Rap is the new rock and roll. We the rock stars.
It's been like that now for a minute.
It's been like that for a minute, Hedy Slimane. It's been like that for a minute. We the real rock stars, and I'm the biggest of all of them.
I'm the biggest of all of them. Do you know people like that who like blow their own horns? Do you do that? And what's the difference between doing so with pride and doing so with a bit of humility, where you're just acknowledging how great you are? I've worked once with a producer. Hey, what if she's listening? She didn't work here. It's before I came here. But she could be listening, so maybe I shouldn't tell the story. Could she be listening? There's someone I worked with once, I won't say where. She used to tell us she's beautiful every day. I'm beautiful. And we used to think, oh wow, her mom has raised a really confident girl. So we were divided on it. Some people were like, wow, she's quite a confident girl, which is great. And other people were like, is it confidence or is it just too much pride? So there are people like that who actually do it because they're just confident. Their parents raised them to be confident boys and girls. But sometimes it really can be uncomfortable. How do you balance it? How do you navigate that? Give me a call. Send me a WhatsApp voice note.
Your station.
Your open line.
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela
on 702.
It's 10 minutes before 10 o'clock.
Hi, Clement. I have to say that listening to, well, I can barely listen to him, but anyway, Trump and various others are like, I don't know if you know that book, The Emperor with No Clothes, where somebody designed him a suit and it was no suit. He was just walking around naked, thinking he's still the emperor, thinking he's the king of the world, and he's walking around naked. Sarah from Hartbeespoort.
Good morning, Clement. Happy Friday. I'm laughing at you being uncomfortable with people singing their own praises. And I'm wondering, how do you feel about people wishing themselves happy birthday? I've seen that a lot going around. That makes me uncomfortable. But I guess it's self-love. By the way, it's my birthday today. Thanks, Clement.
And here you are wishing yourself happy birthday. Okay, happy birthday. I don't know. I think that's fine. Like, oh, I'd like to wish a happy birthday to myself. Because maybe you're celebrating another year, right? For me, I'm like, I mean, if you are the one declaring things for yourself, like this former colleague of mine I told you about who used to say I'm beautiful. And please stop asking me if she was really beautiful, because that's a subject of another debate. Again, that for me indicates to you that beauty maybe is in the eye, but again, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Meaning you are the one that can see whether you're beautiful. Beholder Kimankanti is the other person looking. So how can you say I'm beautiful when we haven't told you that then? So there was debate. In fact, yeah, the person would think they are, but are they? I don't think that people must wait for people, of course, to tell you if you're beautiful. I think you must just know it and own it. But do you go around announcing, I am beautiful? Then you force us to look and make our own determinations. Huh? More of your WhatsApps and calls after this.
Your voice.
Your station.
Your open line.
Walk the talk with Clement Manyathela.
On 702.
5 minutes before 10 o'clock. Semi, you're in Centurion. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Clement.
Sure, bro. Go ahead.
Clement, if you know that you're good at something and you can back it up, then go around, blow your own horn. Why wait for other people to do it for you? Like, for example, Kanye West. He's the best R&B and hip-hop.
Yeah.
He's the best R&B. He's better than Dr. Dre.
I agree. I agree.
He's better than Dr. Dre. So the guy must blow his own horn.
As long as you can back it up.
Yeah, you can back it up. You look at, for example, Tupac and Notorious B.I.G. used to blow their own horn because they were the best lyricists.
Absolutely.
Michael Jackson never did it because he was too much humble. But if you can back it up, Clement, look at your ratings right now. Compare yourself with other talk show presenters. And if you find that you're better than that, from Monday you must start blowing your own horn.
No. You'll never hear it from me, Semi. You'll never hear it from me. I am uncomfortable with things like that. That's why even when I work with producers, I always tell them, don't put up voice notes that are praising me. I don't like that. I don't want to be on the radio and I'm hearing people say, oh, Clement, you were amazing. You are, oh, no, I don't like that. It's uncomfortable to me. Yeah? So, no, it's not going to happen. But Semi in Centurion, thank you for your call. More of your WhatsApps.
Good morning, Clemi. How are you? I hope that you are fine, thanks. Hey, Clemi, compliments of the new year. I haven't sent a voice note this year. Hey, Clemi, a friend of mine told me a story. So she attended a funeral. It was somewhere in the Northwest Province. So my friend is like, hey, I was so confused. I was wondering, like, whose funeral is this? So the reason why she attended the funeral is she was there to support a friend, and a friend is a doctor. So now, every now and then, the lady friend would stand up, the doctor, and then she'll be like, yeah, this funeral I did 1, 2, 3, and my mom, and what, and me in my surgery, and my what, got everything there. It was about her to a point whereby people were confused. Is this the mother or the daughter or the what?
Good morning, Clems. Well, I do blow my own horn. I do. More often than usual, eh? But it's because I work with people. I'm a fitness instructor and I've seen results and I'll give them feedback and be like, Ash, you really worked. I congratulate them first, which as in you have really, really worked, eh? You've shown up for yourself and that's great. I got to say, I'm the best trainer. I'm the good fitness instructor, So I do blow my own horn as much as I see the results. This is Happy Totes from Swanepoel.
Yeah, Happy. How about, let's give you a challenge. Come and give me a 6-pack in 4 weeks. And then we'll decide and see if we can prove that you're the best trainer ever. How about that? I guess the compromise here is if you can back it up. Maybe that's the compromise. If you can back it up, oh my dear, go ahead. Shower yourself with praise. But if you really can't, maybe not.